Hi, this is Ray for Alumasteel, and thanks for tuning in. Today what we're going to do is we're going to demonstrate how to use the Alumasteel rod. What we're going to be welding is a piece of 1/4 inch, just aluminum plate to a piece of 1/16 steel. It's actually just a trash can top, but there's a reason for it. We're getting ready to have our NADCAP inspections, and one of the requirements is they want the hole that where we deposit our rod. They don't want you to be able to take out any scrap rod, so we're just going to weld it on there so we can make the hole a little bit smaller. And that's all this is for. It's not a real critical application, but we're just demonstrating how you can actually use it for general repairs around the shop, and sometimes when you're in a bind, it's what you can use it for. Anyways, so as I stated, this material thickness is only about a 1/16. This is about a 1/4 inch aluminum to steel. And when you get your instructions, it's going to explain the different temperature settings that you're going to be using. And here's the instructions. It actually has more to it, but I just pulled this out to show you. And what you're going to be doing is using TIG pulse manually. And since we're doing the lap joint, we don't need to adjust our heat much, because the heat setting that we're going to be at is going to be just right for this particular setting. I'm going to set the machine to about 190 amps, and that's more than sufficient enough to penetrate the steel, but to also bond onto the aluminum. And what's going to happen is, normally when you're doing two different thicknesses, you're going to want to do it in two individual passes. But in this particular case, we're going to do it in a single pass, and the reason being is because the thickness of the aluminum is going to absorb a lot of the heat, so one pass is going to be sufficient. So what we're going to do here, very quickly, I'll just show you. You don't have to have any kind of special equipment. We're using the Dynasty 350, and what you're going to do is we're going to be doing manual pulse. And what you do is, when you get ready to get started, you press your foot control just a little bit to get the arc established. Once you do that, you're going to deposit a drop of rod, back your rod away a little bit, keep it in the coverage zone. Then you're going to push your foot control all the way down to get the full effect of the arc temperature. Then you're going to back off your foot control back to the arc temperature. That is one complete cycle on the pulsing. So start the arc, put your drop, push the pedal all the way down, watch it to flow out, back up, back to starting temperature. That's it. That's the whole cycle. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get this situated, and so this way so we can start demonstrating it. Okay, so as you can see, we're all set up now, and all really we're going to be doing is we're just going to be putting about 4 fairly long tacks. It's just to hold the aluminum to the steel, and that's all it's for. Nothing really critical. So let's go ahead and get started. And remember, what we're going to be doing is the pulsing. So I'm going to put my foot control, as I showed you. I'm just going to press it enough to get the arc started. And then I'm going to put in a drop. I'm going to back the rod away just a little bit to keep it in the coverage zone. As you can see, I'm using a gas lens, and this is extremely important because it's going to help to minimize the oxidation. Anyway, so explain that again. What we're going to do is just put a drop, get the arc started, put a drop, back it off just a little bit, push the foot control all the way down, and you're going to watch the puddle flow out. Then back your foot control off back to the starting temperature again, and just keep your arc like that at a low temperature. Put another drop, it's the same thing, another drop, and that's the actual cycle, the pulsing cycle. It's very simple once you get the hang of it, and it actually goes faster than what it sounds like. Anyway, so we're going to demonstrate that right now. We're just going to put a small tack because that's all this is for. As we explained, it's just for, it goes to a scrap metal band where we just drop the rod through, so it can't be retrieved, so nothing critical. So here we go. Okay, so there's the first tack, you might say, and it takes a little while. When you get started, it takes a little while to get used to it. As you can see, there's some just some oxidation coming off, but it takes a little while. You get used to it. It's just it's a little bit different to use, but as you can see here, I don't have a brush with me, but as you can see here, it's penetrated onto the steel and it's penetrated onto the aluminum. Now, if you wanted to, you can adjust your temperature, but right now it's working very well, so I'm not going to worry about it. So now I'm going to go to the other side. We'll do the same thing. As you saw, it doesn't take that long. So here we go. Okay, there you go. Same thing. Just a couple of drops. We're going to do it the other side now. Okay, so we're done there, and as you can hear, a little bit of cracking. What that's from is this is just a trash can. It's very important that you use good materials. This is not a very good material. You know, this is hot pressed, and so that's why when we recommend on the instructions that you use good brand new materials. This way you can minimize any troubleshooting problems that you might have. These are just pieces of scrap that we pulled out, but we just want to demonstrate the process and how it works. So anyways, that's all there is to it. We recommend using normally just cold rolled, low carbon steel and 6061 T6 plate. If you do that and you use good materials, you'll be fine. Right now it's very thin. It's recycled materials. We don't normally recommend it, but as I explained, we're just demonstrating the process. Anyways, so that's all there is to it. You can go to our website, which will be posted on it at the bottom of the video for the user ID. It's called Alumasteel. And right now, they're looking for individuals who want to participate in a research study, so it'll give you a chance to experiment and try that out and see if you want to participate in that. Anyways, I'm Ray for Alumasteel, and that's it. Thanks for tuning in.